Assassinations are a fixture of human politics, with instances recorded as soon as humans had the ability to write and gather history. They are often the subject of movies, books, and video games. While the attempted assassination of Sergei Skripal and his daughter via nerve agent has dominated the news headlines since March 2018, there have been other successful assassinations that have occurred in January, February, and March already this year that most of the public hasn't heard of yet. The first assassination we will cover today is the murder of Oliver Ivanovic. At 8:17 a.m. on January 19, 2018, Ivanovic was entering his office in North Mitrovica, Kosovo, when he was killed by drive-by shooters. An autopsy found 6 9mm parabellum bullets clustered around the vital areas in his torso. Organs including his liver, his aorta, and the hollow vein leading from his heart were all punctured by bullets. Despite attempts to resuscitate Ivanovic that lasted nearly an hour, his wounds were too much and he died. A motive or perpetrator has not been determined by Kosovo authorities. In 2016, Ivanovic had been sentenced to 9 years in prison for alleged war crimes he had participated in during the 1990s, but in 2017 that decision was thrown out and a new trial was ordered. A few months after his release, his car was burned down, again with an unknown motive and unknown perpetrators. Ivanovic was also highly critical of the criminal activity in North Kosovo. He highlighted the amount of violence and drug activity that was clustered into 2.5 square kilometers covered by security cameras and criticized police for not doing more, saying it is obvious that the police are afraid that they do not offend the perpetrators or that the perpetrators are bound within security structures. 4 days before his death, Ivanovic revealed in an interview that he feared for his safety. While the president of Serbia declared the assassination an act of terror, nothing much has come of the investigation. Our second assassination of this video comes from Slovakia. Jan Kuciak and his girlfriend Martina Kusnerova were assassinated late February 21, 2018. Jan bears the unfortunate honor of being the first journalist murdered in an independent Slovakia. After worried family members contacted police 5 days later on February 26th, the couple's bodies were then discovered. Jan had been shot twice in the chest, while Martina had been shot once in the head. Ballistic evidence showed that both were close-range shots from a 9mm handgun. 2 empty cartridges were recovered from the home, along with other unused cartridges. Nothing was taken from the home, and there was no evidence of a struggle, ruling out the possibility of robbery and suggesting that professionals were responsible. A €1 million reward has been offered for information about the killers, but no one has yet come forward. Jan and Martina were likely killed as a consequence of Jan's investigative journalism, although as of April, no official motive has been released. Previously, Jan had revealed fraud and corruption occurring between businessmen and the ruling party of Slovakia. When he was killed, Jan had been writing a report about Slovakian connections to an Italian crime syndicate, highlighting funds that had apparently been embezzled instead of being used to repair and build up Slovakia, and highlighting certain high-ranking government officials that had ties to the crime syndicate. The report, the assassinations, and the lack of answers spurred many Slovakians into protests against government corruption and to demand change. Several men were arrested by Slovakian police and then released due to a lack of evidence. Only one was rearrested, but this time on the merit of an international warrant from Italy. The police were ordered to give no further updates about the case, but the political crisis continues in Slovakia. Our third and final assassination is that of Marielle Franco in Rio de Janeiro. On March 14, 2018, after delivering a speech, Franco was being driven away along with her press officer. Assassins in another vehicle opened fire on her car, killing both her and the driver, though her press officer survived. Franco was an outstanding political activist in Brazil, known for her critiques of police brutality and government violence. She prided herself on representing women and people of color and attempted to create a day of lesbian visibility in Rio de Janeiro to help combat homophobia and support LGBTA+ causes in Brazil. She identified as bisexual and was planning to marry her partner Monica in 2019. A single clear motive for Franco's assassination has not yet been offered, though based on the spread and clustering of the bullets in and around Franco, it is clear she was the target, likely for her political activities. In a surprising twist, the bullets that killed Franco were determined to have been bought by Brazil's federal police force in 2006. The Brazilian Minister of Public Security claimed that these bullets had been stolen from a post office facility, but Brazil's post office denied that account firmly and publicly. The Ministry of Public Security retracted their statement. No further details in the case have been offered. Human rights groups across the world condemned Franco's killing as thousands took to the streets to mourn and honor Franco and her driver, and to protest the violence and government response to Franco's death. Thanks for watching and listening, and please ring the bell and subscribe to see what topics I tackle next.